It was back in November of 2014 that Rebecca Grimm began building a tiny wooden house to live in. Like in many other parts of the US and Canada, property prices in her province of British Columbia had rocketed to the extent that Grimm realized buying a home was out of the question. So instead of trawling around real estate offices, she resolved to create her very own abode. Grimm was keen to create a simple, refined space that she could actually afford, but to do so she needed some help. So the yoga teacher paired up with friend and carpenter Rudy Hexter, and together they began bringing Grimm's scribbles and design sketches to life. 6 months and $50,000 later, and the building was finished. The Pales completed the construction in the summer of 2015, whereupon Grimm settled on a name for the house. She chose the apt moniker Keva, short for Kavala, a name deriving from a Hindu word meaning pure, simple, whole, and peaceful. It seems the self-proclaimed forest walker, ocean paddler, veggie eater, and headstand lover has held a long-standing affinity with the creative process. I've always been interested in designing and creating spaces, Grimm explains on her blog, dedicated to the new home and lifestyle she's created for herself. This tiny house is an expression of creativity, freedom, and exploration of lifestyle. Tucked away in a quiet wood on Salt Spring Island, British Columbia, Keva sits on an area of land that belongs to some of Grimm's buddies. They were willing to let her rent it, and for the privilege she pays them a small monthly fee of $300, which includes her Wi-Fi, water, laundry facilities, and parking charges. Grimm, who originally hails from Burlington, Ontario, loves her new minimalistic way of life. A lover of outdoor activities, she enjoys living among nature and getting to travel whenever she pleases. Indeed, she'll often leave her tiny house for months at a time to go camping or kayaking. Free spirit Grimm also adores the uncomplicated outlook on life that her diminutive dwelling has given her. It's a simple way of living, and it seems that the less space you have, the less stuff you put in to fill it, she told Huffington Post in 2015. It's getting back to what you really need. And what Grimm really needed was a place to call home. The size was immaterial. Which is just as well, seeing as Grimm's wooden structure measures just 232 square feet. Ingeniously, her home was built on a trailer, allowing her to transport it if she needs to. Surprisingly roomy, her miniature house is great for get-togethers and parties with her friends. She can easily accommodate 10 people in her living area and even has a party of 30 people outside on the veranda. Her stripped-back day-to-day life includes having to brush her teeth outside and use an outhouse in the woods as her toilet. She does, however, have the luxury of an indoor shower. Meanwhile, Grimm gets her water and electricity supply from her friend's house on the same property, via a purpose-built trench. So much for the services then, but what's going on behind the house's pretty facade? Well, inside its wooden exterior, Grimm's charming little cottage has a distinctly rustic feel to it. It features a compact retro log burner, wooden storage units, and comfy padded window seats to maximize space. Elsewhere, large doors and windows let in lots of natural light, while wooden floors, shelves, and countertops complement the forest setting. Small details and homely touches give the cabin life and warmth. French doors serve as the main entrance, leading into an open-plan living area and kitchen. Boasting glorious views and the surrounding trees, the kitchen area is equipped with a sink, 2-burner stovetop, and plenty of workspace. A particularly unique and certainly rustic feature of this tiny home is a steel drum tub with a shower head above it. Although not quite big enough for a bath, it's perfect for a stand-up shower or for soaking your feet. Remarkably, given its compact dimensions, Keva also comes complete with ample closet space. Next to the shower, the open wardrobe has comfortably enough hanging space and shelving for 2 people. Above the closet lies the surprisingly spacious bedroom. Easily accessible but neatly tucked away from the rest of the house. It's a great use of space. It also ensures that Grimm has plenty of privacy. Above the bed on the sloping ceiling is a skylight, which is one of Grimm's favorite features. Every night I see shooting stars before I go to sleep. It's pretty great, the homeowner told the Huffington Post. Back outside, the deck makes for a great spot to spend time with friends, read, or simply admire the tranquil setting. It's really enjoyable to go outside first thing when you wake up and then right before you go to bed, Grimm explained in her interview with the Huffington Post. It's just really nice to be connected with the outside environment. The covered veranda was cleverly designed so that it can be disassembled if Grimm decides she ever wants to shift her pocket-sized house. Though Grimm says that her home was designed to stay put for a long period of time, not to travel around the highway every day. After all, why would she want to move away from her current idyllic setting? Grimm couldn't be happier with the decision to build this enchanting little house, and she's keen to inspire others to take the same leap. Through her blog, she aims to share her unique experience and offers tips and advice for others thinking of embarking on a similar tiny house adventure. Grimm lives alone in her charming little cottage and is loving every minute of it. It's clear that her way of life suits her to a T. Indeed, when asked on her blog if her lifestyle is ever difficult, she had a simple answer. "That's a silly question," she said. "It's fabulous and really fun."